Volkan, how are you?
I'm doing really good. What about you?
I've been better. My voice is a little rough today, but I appreciate you taking the time. And you were telling me you're actually at your coach's house right now, right?
Yes. We're just enjoying. We trained tonight and got some good food at his place, and now just chilling a little bit.
Well, thanks for having me part of your chilling time. Big fight here with Johnny Walker. Was this the right amount of time off in between fights for you?
No, of course it's a little bit too long. It's gonna be again, I guess, like 10 months off from my last fight. My last fight was in Paris in September, and now it's gonna be soon again. So in June. So yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna be a kind of long layoff.
Were there any other opponents in the mix besides Johnny Walker?
Yeah, I was supposed to fight in the first Saudi card. Like he was supposed to be in March.
Yeah.
But then he got delayed, and I was supposed to fight Ryan Spann at that time.
Okay, interesting. So was there any talk of rebooking that, or I guess just Johnny was available and it made sense?
Yeah, we tried to rebook for USA, but like for me, it's a little bit hard with the US. So to make it simple, we scheduled me on the Saudi card in June, and in the meantime, Ryan Spann took a fight first.
Yeah, that makes sense. When did you find out about this fight? It looked like you got a full camp.
Yeah, I mean, I had a full camp anyway because I was getting ready for March. Of course, it didn't happen, so it got postponed. Of course, you never it's like a long camp. Let's say it was like a long camp. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, that's good. At least it's better than having a short camp and not getting to prepare as much. I know he's coming off a loss, but you must have been pretty happy to fight Johnny Walker, pretty big name in the division, and a guy that also makes his fights pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely. It's he has a lot of followings, a lot of people that know him because all the mimics he's been doing, like all the media attention he has. So it's definitely a big plus also for me, and definitely something that is going to be bringing me a lot of eyes on my victory.
How do you feel like your style matches up against his?
I think it's perfect. It's definitely a fight for me. He's a very KO-able guy. He's being at the receiving end of some nasty knockouts. So he doesn't like power punches, and definitely I am one, and I'm gonna bring the heat to him.
Tell me a bit about training camp. Who've been some of your main training partners helping you get ready for this one?
Yeah, so training camp, I've been having my main guy now in Sweden. Always training with Najib. He's gonna be cornering me this fight. Najib Adams is gonna be making his pro debut actually in 1 week after my fight, and he's gonna be also in Saudi with me. I'm gonna have Robert Valentine. He's been training with me for a long time. Since Switzerland with me, and he just participated in Ultimate Fighters season.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
The last season, yeah. And now he's going to be in my corner also for Saudi. And of course, I have many guys, in the gym. Alex sometimes is coming to say hi and train with me. I have Carl Albrechtson and Anton, different guy. I'm able to train with. And we have some guy also coming back and forth for the help.
I know years ago you used to train over at what now is called Kill Cliff with Henri Hooft. I know Henry. I see him still commenting on your Instagram posts. Do you guys still keep in touch at all?
Of course. Henry is a great coach. He's a good friend of mine as well. Somebody I really appreciate, and he's always there supporting me. I also have a close friend from Switzerland that is still training at his gym. He came in the US to be with me, but he stayed and I had to leave. So it's always good to catch up with them.
Does Henry still talk like strategy or anything with you, or are you guys just friends? Like, he's sort of is he still a coach for you at this point, or no?
No, he's not officially coaching me and stuff. Sometimes we talk, and he's just giving me some good words of encouragement, like some positive words.
Okay, that makes sense. How about the weight cut? I know we got a bit of time here. You always make weight, but how's all that going ahead of the fight?
Yeah, it's really good. I've been a little bit heavier starting like winter time and stuff, and then I had my time to drop down to for March, but then it didn't happen. So it was like a long on and off diets, but I've been still pretty consistent. So I'm feeling pretty good.
And just to give people an idea, what's the travel time from Sweden to Saudi Arabia like? What's your travel going to look like?
I don't remember exactly. I have one stop that I'm gonna have to do, one connection, but I think it's between 12 or 14 traveling hours.
Okay, not too bad.
Counting the stops.
What about your corner? What will that look like? Who's going to be in the cage with you for the fight?
So I'm gonna have my two sparring partners and my coach from Sweden.
And what's your prediction? How do you see this fight playing out?
I think it's gonna be definitely a fast fight. This is gonna be like a 1 round or 2 round knockout for me.
Okay, that's great. There's also a big fight on your card I have to ask you about. It might be a little biased because I know you used to train with you, but Khamzat Chimaev fighting Robert Whittaker. How do you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting one because Khamzat also has a really good striking, but we all seen Robert Whittaker takedown defense, against Yoel Romero, and he's a pretty solid guy, to deal with. So definitely we're gonna see a lot of more banging, I think. Khamzat doesn't really play around, when it's about imposing his wrestling. He's gonna chase you, he's gonna go for the chain wrestling and never stop the takedown attempt.
Mm-hmm.
He's really gonna go for the takedown until you give up. So that's gonna be like interesting. But Whittaker is definitely his toughest fight up to date. He fought in middleweight against like the oldest goat of welterweight. Usman, but that was a middleweight fight. So now he's really becoming at the top of the middleweight class by fighting Whittaker. So definitely his biggest test out of date. Really exciting. It's going to be a really good main event.
Do you think Chimaev wins that fight? Because it's obviously close. I think he's the betting favorite going in. Do you think Chimaev will pass the test, as you just said?
Yeah, I think he's gonna take it. Win the fight, yeah.
Just got a couple of fun questions here that don't have anything to do with MMA. Just whatever comes to mind, just say what's on your mind. Volkan Oezdemir, who is your favorite athlete outside of combat sports?
Let's say LeBron James.
Favorite movie?
Quickly say answered will be Gladiator.
Favorite actor or actress?
Jim Carrey.
Favorite TV show?
Game of Thrones.
Favorite comedian?
Jim Carrey. No, let's say it's not comedian, let's say, but let's say Jackie Chan because I said Jim Carrey already.
Okay. Favorite cheat meal?
Pizza.
Favorite travel destination?
Thailand.
Favorite animal?
Dog.
What's your hidden talent? What's something you're good at that maybe we don't know you're good at?
Let's say I'm a good Call of Duty player.
Okay. And last one, what is your biggest pet peeve? What is something that annoys you? Like whether it's like bad drivers or people who are dirty or anything like that. Anything come to mind?
If we talk about bad driver, like traffic definitely is something I hate. And whenever I'm in the car, I'm always in a rush, no time. I have to go to my destination very fast. So if something is happening in front of me or somebody that drive too slow or traffic, brother, this is making me crazy for sure.
We talked about it off the top. Obviously, Johnny Walker, a pretty big name in the division. Where would a win put you? Because you fought, sort of the who's who in the weight class already.
Yeah, I think definitely Johnny is, anyways, in front of me. So I think it's a win against him. Like also, he has to be good fashion, but definitely going to put me in close to a title contention fight. So I think with the win over Johnny Walker, then I will need one more win to be able to be in a contender matchup.
Okay. And do you have a couple more fights left on your UFC contract? How many more fights do you have?
Yeah, I just re-signed a new contract for this fight.
Oh,
so,
awesome. 4 fights or?
6.
6. Yeah. Congrats. That's great. Because you've been, I think people forget, Volkan, you've been with the UFC for a while. So that's got to feel good that they're still investing in you as a contender in the weight class. That's got to be feeling good ahead of this fight.
Yeah, definitely. I had a great victory in Paris. So definitely he's gonna help.
Okay.
So yeah. Sure.
At the top of your division, it looks like Jiri Prochazka and Alex Pereira are going to be rematching next. What do you think of that when a lot of people feel like Magomed Ankalaev should be getting the title shot?
Yeah, Ankalaev maybe is gonna have to wait for his time. So Jiri is not too bad of a matchup, but definitely is always like stuff like that. Always are like putting a break on the division, making everybody wait. So of course Ankalaev deserves it, but Jiri also has a story. It was a great fight. Yeah, for me it's not too bad of a matchup.
I mentioned you've fought pretty much a lot of the fighters in the weight class already. Would you be open to fighting Alexander Rakic in a rematch? I'm just thinking of sort of big names that you haven't fought yet that might get you that title shot.
Yeah, I think yeah, definitely, yeah, of course. But Błachowicz is also like a name I haven't fought yet, and a very interesting one for me. I like the style matchup, and I like to fight him, definitely, So also former champ, that's very good for me. Like sounds good to my ear. And yeah, definitely, it's definitely one fight I would love to make.
And what do you make of Jamahal Hill returning so soon against Carlos Ulberg? It was supposed to be Khalil Roundtree. Ulberg steps in, a dangerous fighter. What do you think about that fight? And do you think it's too soon for Jamahal?
No, Jamal, I think is a great for him. He wanted to fight anyway. Is very good from him. Ulberg is a big step up from Ulberg because Ulberg, I don't think he has faced that much top ranked guy. Not even 50, maybe 15 top 15 guy. I don't remember now. But he has a lot of fights, but also a lot of fights against unranked guys. So it's definitely a step up for him, and it's great to see how he's gonna handle that.
Do you think Hill will win that fight, or do you think Ulberg will surprise and get the win there?
Yeah, Ulberg could be a dark horse, like you're not expecting it, and because he had some also crazy good fight. The style is great for a clash, they're both gonna go forward, so we'll see.
And then obviously a guy that used to be in your weight class, Jon Jones. Sounds like he's going to fight Stipe, and maybe that's it. A lot of people want him to fight Tom Aspinall. Do you think Stipe will fight after the Stipe, or do you think Jon Jones will fight after the Stipe fight, or do you think he's done? This is his last fight.
No, I think maybe one more, but Stipe is definitely something that's gonna cement his legacy, and maybe we'll see if they need the need to unify the belt. Definitely, Aspinall will have to keep his belt. I don't think the fight against Curtis will pose that much the same amount of interest.
Right. So do you think Jon will fight beyond the Stipe fight, or do you think that's it and he'll
If,
just walk off?
if he has to fight somebody, it will be no, actually maybe Pereira. He said so, right?
That too,
But
yeah.
anybody interesting will be Aspinall.
Okay, so kind of what you're saying here, you kind of do feel like he will get at least, maybe 2 more fights from Jon instead of 1, because I think there's a school of thought that Jon just wants to fight Stipe and retire. There's some people, though, feel that he will fight after the Stipe fight.
Yeah, I think so, that too.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, I'm not going to take you away any longer from that beautiful scenery, Volkan, so I'm going to let you go here, but thank you so much for the time. Apologies for the voice. I was coaching kids hockey, so the voice is a little raspy. I don't normally sound this bad, but in the meantime, my man, if there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, just saying thank you to all my team, All-Star and everybody else helping me. So I'm very grateful for everybody. Thanks for the help.